whenever we talked about poor, disadvantaged kids, we talked about black and brown kids. We didn't talk about white kids. There were always more poor white kids who were struggling than black and brown kids. So half of what I thought in dealing with this issue, and why is it so hard to do education reform, is that people kept thinking we were trying to give all of this stuff to them and not to us. And I have been really upset with a bunch of folks I know in the foundation and other communities by ignoring a whole group of poor kids in this country who are white, who are also denied any ability to participate in the American dream, and we have gotten so focused on this being a minority problem that we have forgotten that this is an American problem, and we need to deal with it as an American problem, and that's one of the challenges that we're facing. This idea of supporting kids throughout their entire development is something that I think is just a standard piece of practice that makes sense, and yet we don't do it. The evidence is clear. Everybody know about toxic stress and ACEs. If you haven't heard about those adverse childhood experiences, another thing you need to know about, they have permanent impact on young people when they're growing up in conditions, right, that flood their system with adrenaline, right? That whole chemical reaction when you're 4 and 5 and 6, it has a permanent impact on you when kids are growing up in toxic conditions. So this idea of how do we make sure kids grow up in communities that they feel supportive and loved versus communities that feel dangerous and scary for them, to me is absolutely critical. Scale. Kids do what their friends do. So if you're working with 2 kids and you're getting them to do the right thing, but I see some people smiling over there, but everybody else is doing the wrong thing, right? It's very hard for kids to do something that's right because you're the exception and not the rule. Part of the challenge is that we believe in providing a comprehensive set of supports. So great arts, great sports. We make sure our kids do service, that they feel like they are rebuilding their community. And I worry when I find systems say they can't afford sports and arts and all of that kind of stuff. I bet 10 or 15, it's true. I bet 10 or 15% of my kids who graduate and go on to school did it because they want to play basketball. That's what they want. I wish they wanted something more. That's what they want. You know what? If that's what you want, and if you get that minimum, you have to have a 75 to stay on that team. If that'll get you through until you realize you're not getting drafted because you can't even make Division I, and then you go to Plan B, I'm good with that. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't want them dropping out, right? I don't want them giving up. I want them to stay, and we'll use whatever tool we have to keep them engaged. If it's chess, if it's dance, if it's basketball, whatever it is, keep those kids engaged, and one day, guess what? They're heading off to school. They were like, well, I didn't really want to go to college, but I had nothing else to do. Now, 15 years ago, that would be, I think I'm going to hang on the corner and see if I can hustle and make me some money, because I don't know what else to do. Now this is, yeah, I go to college, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to go there and figure it out. And my theory is, great. There's nothing better for 18-year-olds who don't know what to do than to be on a college campus driving some dean crazy, right? Because I know what they're going to do if they hang on the streets of Harlem. I know the mistakes kids make at 18 because kids are kids. But if you're on the streets of Harlem, those mistakes can destroy your life.